I'm feeling steamrolled by decisions outside of our control.
What's really happened and what's really made the news is that middle function, the biggest and most complicated job inside the ATRF, the investment function, has been picked up and taken away from the organization and given to the Alberta Investment Management Corporation.
So they could just pick it up and take it? Like, did they talk to anyone, any teachers, the ATRF?
Yeah, jointly sponsored since 1939. You would think there'd be some level of consultation with that.
I thought, though, that this government campaigned on more free market competition.
Yeah, I thought so too. So it kind of surprises me they've gone to make a monopoly in investment management here, a monopoly with AIMco. As the situation is right now, ATRF hires and fires investment managers as they need them and as they perform. And these proposed changes, what they'll end up doing is they will end up giving AIMco an absolute monopoly over investment services.
Is there anything to be said for the bigger is better argument for going over to AIMco?
Well, institutional investors generally have lower costs, the more assets that come under management. So that would be in their favor. But there's a lot of what ifs. Correlation is not causation. And that correlation generally applies to organizations that invest in stocks and bonds. As soon as you move into a portfolio that includes private equity and real estate, infrastructure assets, direct deals, that correlation really kind of falls down. And in fact, the information the ATRF board has put out so far suggests that that's not the case at all for the investment returns of the two organizations.
Would there be any potential for political interference in the use of our investments under AIMco's management?
I also wonder about political interference, because certainly one of the reasons of jointly sponsored plans exist is to reduce political interference. The problem for me is that AIMco would be run by a fiduciary board, and they would be trustees and responsible for our money. The real problem is that under the legislation that AIMco was created under, there's a provision in there for the Minister of Finance to issue directives to AIMco and the AIMco board. Mm-hmm. And I think this minister has addressed it publicly by saying that he has no interest and would never interfere in the investments under AIMco. But really, we have to make sure that we have the right structure to go forward for another 80 years. So, we have to talk about this minister, but the minister after, and the minister after, and the minister after.
So it sounds like what I can do then right now is to go on handsoffmypension.ca right away. I can call my MLA. I'm going to write to the finance minister. I'm going to CC the finance critic, the minister of education, and pay attention.